Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel. I'm Kidest. This video is all about defining your purpose and why that's important. So when it comes to deliberate creation, when it comes to living your life intentionally, you are making the choice to flow your energy, flow your life force, flow your creative power in a specific direction deliberately and intentionally. And part of that starts with defining your purpose, identifying for yourself what it is that you want to accomplish and why it is that you want to accomplish it. This is what gives your flow of creativity, your flow of life force, a specific direction to go toward. Now, we can use the example of, what's it like when you pour water into a glass versus when you pour water into, onto the ground without a container. That gives you an idea of how your life force becomes sort of concentrated in a specific direction when you've defined your purpose, when you've defined, what it is that you want to create, what it is that you want to bring into existence, and why it is that you want to create it and bring it into existence. This is what gives a container, a kind of boundary to flow your creative power into, to flow your creative energy into. It makes you a much more effective, deliberate creator. It makes you a much more effective, conscious creator in your day-to-day experience because you've created that container, you've created that boundary, you've created those parameters around yourself and your life experiences that you're going to fill with your creativity, that you're going to fill with inspired action, that you're going to fill with whatever occurs to you in that journey of manifestation. And it's this boundary formation through the definition of your purpose, through the definition of, that thing that you want to bring into being and why you want to bring it into being, that you really see what happens when you flow your creative power, when you flow your creative energy in that kind of a focused way. So with the definition of your purpose, in defining, what it is that you're going to accomplish, what it is that you want to accomplish, and why it is that you want to accomplish it, and creating that definition, you direct your nervous system, you direct your mind, you direct your overall awareness and focus and attention to only flow your creative power in a channeled, in a concentrated, and in a focused way. So this allows you to reach the sort of manifestation threshold much quicker than you would if you didn't have that purpose defined, if you didn't have that clarity on what it was you were accomplishing and why it was you're accomplishing it. So defining your purpose really adds to your ability to manifest what you want in a reliable, in a predictable, in a measurable way. Because you're flowing your focus, because you're flowing your attention in a concentrated way toward that objective, toward that, if you want to call it mission, if you want to call it, intention, whatever name you want to give that purpose that you've defined, because you're concentrating your energy, your vital power in that direction day in and day out, you achieve your results much better. You get feedback from the field in clearer ways because you are clear, because you've created that initial point of clear starting point, that initial, sort of mobilization of your creative power, your creative force is done in a way where it's coming from a really clearly articulated, clearly defined, coherent, and focused way. And what this allows you to also to do is it allows you to sift through your experiences moment after moment in a way where you are saying yes to those opportunities and connections that support the fruition of your purpose, that support the realization of your purpose, that support the accomplishment of your purpose. And you say no to those, opportunities and connections that would be distracting you from it, that would be diffusing and sort of scattering your focus, your energy, your attention, and your overall creative flow. So defining your purpose is a really important starting point to effectively co-creating the experiences you desire. It's when you've defined your purpose, it's when you've articulated that boundary, what that boundary is, what that vision of the thing that you want to accomplish is, that you sift through the enormous amount of data in your day-to-day experience to only pick and choose those things that support and nourish and, accelerate the fruition of your purpose, the fruition of what you want to accomplish. And the other part of defining your purpose that's really useful is that it really adds a sense of passionate focus to what you want to experience. Because you've defined what your purpose is, because you've articulated what that thing that you want to accomplish is, you have this higher order motivational force in your day-to-day experience. It's like this, thought bubble in front of you that's sort of always reminding you that this is your purpose, that this is what you're after accomplishing. So it gives you a different level of focus and commitment to actualize in your day-to-day experience. The other thing I'll add here is that, defining your purpose doesn't have to be a huge undertaking. You can chunk down the thing that you want to accomplish, the thing that you want to create, the thing that you want to bring into existence in ways that feel manageable to you. I know there's a lot of conversation on, finding your true purpose and finding your life's purpose as being important. And those are points of focus you can definitely, engage your intentionality into, that you can sit down and sort of hash out what you value and hash out what you envision to be what you ultimately want to accomplish. You can do that exercise, but when it comes to defining your purpose, you can do it in smaller increments as well. So what is my purpose for the next 2 weeks is as much a valid point of focus as, what is my life's purpose. Both of those will condition you to flow your life energy, flow your life force, flow your creative power in ways that serve the realization of some objective, of some outcome. And in that journey, the learning that you obtain through that focused exertion of your power, your creative power and your effort, in that learning, you'll evolve into whatever the next iteration of your purpose is. So if you want to, engage in that bigger picture undertaking of defining your life's purpose, defining your true purpose, finding your purpose and all of that, that's a great undertaking. But you don't have to jump into that big picture assessment if that's not what's pulling, if that's not what's calling you into action. You can do smaller increments. What's my purpose for the next 2 weeks? What's my purpose for the next 3 months? What is it that I want to bring into existence for the next 3 years? Whatever feels good to you, that the goal is to go through that journey of defining a purpose and bringing it to fruition and see what that does for you psychologically, emotionally, and energetically. And from that learning, you'll build upon that experience to define new levels of things that you want to accomplish. And so the really takeaway here on defining your purpose is that you can do it on any level and at any scale. You just want to make sure that that's one of your starting points, because it gives you that focused, mobilizing energy that's sort of always at the forefront of your awareness, no matter what you're doing. It allows you to ensure that you're spending the currency of your attention, of your awareness, of your creative power in a way that you will achieve the outcomes that you're after achieving, that you will achieve the end results that you're after achieving. So define your purpose. If you need a starting point on how to do that, ask yourself the question, what is it that I want to accomplish, and why do I want to accomplish it? What is it I want to create, and why do I want to create it? What is it that I want to bring into existence, and why do I want to bring it into existence? Start there in your chosen time frame, whether that's 2 weeks, 2 months, a year, or this lifetime. Start there. And once you go through that process of being purpose-oriented, being purpose-driven, and being intentional in the way that you take action towards your purpose, you'll evolve your process. You'll evolve your sort of movement through that kind of a journey.